just days before Herman Cain is set to face off with Newt Gingrich in a Lincoln-Douglas-style debate this Saturday. Our next guest will serve as moderator of the debate. Joining us now, Congressman Steve King of Iowa. Congressman, good to have you with us. And man, oh man, there's going to be a little extra added interest, it looks like, in this campaign. What are you expecting? And first of all, the way of what will be the format?
Well, the format is a Lincoln-Douglas style debate, as you said, Lou. And I've been
translate that for us, if you will. How long is it? How does it go?
Well, looking at the time frame, I believe it's 90 minutes. I have to go back and look at my schedule to be sure of that. It starts at 5:30 on Saturday evening down in Houston. And I've been asked to be a very light-handed moderator to set up the debate and more or less step back like a referee and shake hands and start debating. It's what happened between Abraham Lincoln and Stephen Douglas, who was the senator at the time, as they competed in a couple of elections. And they just sat on the stage and essentially went at each other respectfully and probed deeply into their philosophical underpinnings and the approach that they would lay out for the United States. That's what I hope happens in Houston on Saturday night, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'd like to have seen this happen with paired-up presidential candidates for the last 6 months as we go through all these debates. This is a new format. I really like it. Well, it's new and it's old all at the same time, and I'm hopeful that we can focus on the entitlements in particular. And, of course, this was planned before the issues that you've set this story up with, and I regret that that has taken place. But we'll have to see how it plays itself out in the discussion Saturday night.
Well, certainly Newt Gingrich doesn't regret his rise in the polls here. Are you surprised at how well he is doing now in third place in most polls?
Well, I'll say yes, I am, except that
I should say third
or
or fourth in most polls.
Impossible. You know, as we watch this, and we know that 4 years ago we saw Rudy Giuliani and Fred Thompson at or near the top of the polls. That all changed fairly dramatically. These are very unpredictable, and I watch these campaigns as closely as I can, and I try to understand why certain candidates have traction. Now, I think Mitt Romney is there because he hasn't made a mistake. He's established himself as an established debater, a very good debater, and he's a better candidate today than he was 4 years ago. And I believe that Herman Cain launched himself when he put out the 999. It was really the first understandable economic policy that any of the candidates had offered. And now Newt has demonstrated his ability. He's got the depth. He's the idea man for America.
Let me inject, if I may, some proportionality here in some perspective. Most recently, the president is seen beating all of these candidates because of his uptick in the polls. Are you worried?
Well, I'd be worried if the president was down to 1%. I think there's a lot at stake here. And yet, you know, it's a long ways till the election. And we'll even look at things when we get to the Republican nomination in August. We'll be talking about, we will change the dialogue then. So I think you really have to put your nominee out there and then match them up against each other. We're going to do it anyway, and we're going to do it to win. I think America is ready to make a change in the White House, and it's a bright future for us if we do.
Congressman, I just love, as I'm sure you must, whoever recedes in the polls starts talking about, well, it's very early yet. And it doesn't seem to matter which candidate, which party. Congressman, great to have you with us. I have a great deal of fun and a very successful debate this Saturday. Congressman,
I very much look forward to it. Thanks a lot, Lou.